It's a baking hot Friday afternoon when Shama grasps my hand in her excitement to take me to the mosque. I wonder briefly if she's hot, cloaked as she is with her black headscarf on. She has recently decided to wear a headscarf full time, but this is not always an easy decision to make. We arrive at the mosque. I look through the glass doors and see the pink undersides of feet peeking out from swaths of black material as 10 or so women kneel in prayer to Allah. My own feet now rest in the plush carpeting of the women's section of the mosque. A CD player from the men's section begins to play the call to worship. I feel Western. I begin to sweat under layers and layers of clothes. My jeans suddenly feel tighter, my arms unbearably bare. And yet, I feel like I belong. Shy smiles carve faces into welcoming curves of interest and inquiry. Praise from the men's section now whispers in our ears. Listen. But here we are silent. Not a word is spoken for the full hour. But after, when we are putting our shoes back on, talk starts up about timetables, lectures, work and weekend. We walk out, and a girl in a miniskirt skids past us in her haste to catch up with her friends heading for the dining hall. It is now Shama, cloaked in her veil, who out in the sun begins to sweat. We walk back to her room, our slops slapping the stairs. She opens the door and I step into her private space.
My name is Shama Star. Okay, I'm 22 years old. Currently doing my 4th year pharmacy, and I'm enjoying it a lot, but I can't wait to finish because I'm getting married. I like swimming, I like sewing, I like cooking. I don't enjoy watching TV or listening to music, but my fiancé makes music, so I like listening to his music. This is the first one he made. And I pray a lot. I love my religion. I try and adhere to it as much as I can, especially when I'm away from home, because that's what keeps me going, you know. The meaning of hijab is like covering your hair, and then your hands up to your wrists, and then your legs up to your ankles, right? And it's actually compulsory for Muslim girls, well, from the age of puberty, right, when you start menstruating, to start wearing hijab. Well, like a cloak, and it's basically because we're not supposed to show like the curves of our bodies, right? And it's very elegant, and a lot of people think it's hot, but it's actually very cool, you know. And I like wearing it, but sometimes it makes you feel a bit like extremist on campus, and even at home. Like my dad personally doesn't like it when I wear it all the time, because then it becomes more like a gown that you wear all the time, and it's not like for special days or special occasions. But I wear it as much as I can. Sometimes I used to feel very guilty because I enjoy listening to religious talks and stuff, and they always bring up that topic, you know, and there would be that feeling of guilt in me that I was doing something wrong by not wearing it. And I used to ask myself, why am I not? Who do I want to show people? You know, just my hair, that's the basic thing, you know. And I used to think, I'm not the type of person who likes attracting attention. So isn't the perfect way around that covering myself up?
Surah 24, verse 31. وكل المؤمنات يغضضن من أبصارهن ويحفظن فروجهن. And say to the believing women that they should lower their gaze and guard their modesty, that they should not display their beauty and ornaments except what must ordinarily appear thereof. ويحفظن فروجهن ولا يبدين زينتهن.
So for a long time there have been these debates in my head where I was very confused about which direction I was taking, where I knew the right direction, but it was very difficult. After I got engaged, whenever anyone looks at me, I feel like I'm cheating my fiancé, like I'm attracting that, even though I'm not like doing it like consciously, but at the back of my mind I know that it is my fault because I'm not covering myself up and I'm the one to blame. So that's kind of what prompted me to start wearing it all the time.
ولا يبدين زينتهن إلا لبعولتهن أو آبائهن أو آباء بعولتهن. They should draw their veils over their bosoms and not display their beauty except to their husbands, their fathers, their husbands' fathers, their sons, their husbands' sons, their brothers, or their brothers' sons, or their sisters' sons, or their women, or the servants whom their right hand possess, or male servants free of physical needs, or small children who have no sense of the shame of sex, and that they should not strike their feet in order to draw attention to their hidden ornaments. And O you believers, turn you all together towards Allah, that you may attain bliss.
I never really knew the reason. I knew it was a lot to do with modesty. One of the reasons is that you can basically see a woman's beauty just from her face, her hands and her feet. If you look at a girl's hands and they're pretty hands, you can make a conclusion that the top part of her body is pretty, right, and beautiful, and the same with her feet with respect to her bottom part of the body. So from that you can already tell whether a girl is beautiful or not. So you don't need to see the whole shape of her body and, you know, right? And generally if a girl has a very good heart and she actually adheres to her, you find her face is shining. They call it it's called nur. It's a light that the angels are made out of. But my extended family that I hang around a lot with, they're not very like Islamic religious, right? And they do like pray and stuff, but about dressing and stuff they're not so strict. And sometimes I'd feel a bit out of place, and like sometimes they talk about things that are not nice, or like they gossip a lot. And I find that when I cover myself up, I find that very wrong. It actually hits me more than when I'm not covered up. And sometimes I feel very out of place, like I'm not part of them. And I think to myself, it's good that I'm not part of them. Why am I feeling bad about it, you know?
As I sit on her bed, I realize that although we would now consider ourselves friends, I still don't know what Sharma's hair looks like. And because she has always been covered from head to toe in a black cloak, I would not be able to describe her figure to you. But I'm beginning to understand what she means by Nur. Her face does seem so peaceful, only troubled when she thinks of back home. In the Muslim community, an older sister, a friend or a mother can be a role model. Sharma worries that being away from home leaves her siblings without someone to look up to.
I'm the eldest of 3 siblings. I have a younger brother and a younger sister. It's very difficult for my brother and sister who are still growing up and they're still finding their way in life, and they don't have that older guidance around them. So that's one of my biggest fears at the moment.
Okay, my name is Taslima Khan. I'm 19 years old. Been wearing it since the age of 10. Okay. So that's about 9 years now. There was my mom. She always wore it. Like, I always noticed when she's going out, she would put it on. And that was part of her. And it was part of being a woman. And when you're little, you want to be that big, grown, responsible person and close to God. So, yeah, I liked it. And I looked up to her, and that's how I wanted to be.
My name is Fuzana Rasool. I'm 21. I wear in Ramadan, which is like one of our holier months, and it's just for the sake of respecting the month that I wear it for that month. But other than that, sometimes on a Friday, but I still haven't disciplined myself enough. And then I have like my best friend back home wears one all the time, like in the same way that I wouldn't wear like a skirt that's too short. And like if I did, I would feel bare and a bit naked. She feels like that with her scarf. So there is a sense of pride and it is important, but not everyone has that discipline inculcated like from a young age.
These values were not instilled in me as I was growing up. My parents always taught me about religion and stuff like that, and to pray and that, but I never saw them practicing themselves. And it's not a good thing to say, but that's the truth. And I don't know what in me that's always been different, because I would always pray from a very, very young age, you know, and it's grown to such an extent that I don't think I'd be anything without it. I feel all my happiness is because of that, and I just feel very, very blessed to actually have it. I actually believe truly that this religion makes you a better person. You know, there's a reason it tells you don't gossip, don't backbite, things like that. And by doing those things now, I feel I've committed a very big sin, you know. Yeah, it just makes you better because you're conscious all the time of what you see, what you hear, what you say, where your feet take you.
My name is Raisa Rahman and I'm 18. Something I'm supposed to be doing. I feel very guilty that I'm not. But it's also how you grow up and the environment that you live in. It really determines how you put yourself out there. So because I'm not used to it and I haven't been from small, I do when I have to, but not all the time.
I'm Nabila. I'm 19 years old. I'm a Muslim, and so basically that means that I follow the religion of Islam. I think that there will come a stage in your life where you feel that you're ready to give God that commitment that you want to wear the scarf. I think that's the point that a person should be wearing the scarf. I'm not saying that that's right Islamically. I'm just saying that it's a personal choice. That when the intention is there, then that's when it's right. It shouldn't be an obligation for someone.
The sun is beginning to set, and it's almost time for Shama's fifth prayer of the day. The minutes seem to have ticked by like seconds. But before I go, she says she will read to me from the Quran. I'm surprised to see her stand on her chair and retrieve it from the top of her cupboard.
It's for respect, because this is the word of God, right? It's directly from him. He revealed it to our prophet. So out of respect, it shouldn't be where dirt can reach it.
I'm not allowed to touch it, but her sweet voice sings the first chapter. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I leave reluctantly, and when I go home my phone beeps to signal that I have an SMS. It's Shama saying that she's glad that we've become friends. I smile. We're so different, yet so much alike. I'm glad we're friends too.